The Mayflower, Pilgrims, and Plymouth Colony. The Mayflower. The Mayflower was an English ship that set sail for the New World in 1620. The Mayflower left Plymouth, England with 102 passengers and a crew of around 30. Many of the passengers aboard the Mayflower were pilgrims seeking religious freedom. The colonists' goal was to land in northern Virginia and set up a British colony. Due to dangerous sailing conditions and delays during the voyage, the Mayflower was forced to change course and eventually anchored at Cape Cod in Massachusetts. Caption: The arrival of the Mayflower at Cape Cod in Massachusetts. The Mayflower Compact. While anchored at Cape Cod, some colonists began to question their right to settle the area. So, a group wrote and signed a governing document called the Mayflower Compact. It made it clear that the colony would be governed by just and equal laws, and those who signed it promised to obey the laws. The document was built around the ideas of majority rule, the group with the most votes wins, and the colonists' allegiance to the king. The colonists hoped that this document would help create unity and order in the new colony. The Mayflower Compact was signed by 41 men, including gentlemen, adventurers, and tradesmen. No women signed the compact. The first winter. The colonists took several weeks to find a place to settle. They finally decided upon Plymouth Rock, a location chosen for its defensive position and because it had previously been a Native American settlement. The first winter was very difficult. The colonists had little time to build houses. In order to stay warm, they stayed on board the Mayflower. The limited space and bad conditions led to an outbreak of disease. When the colonists finally recovered from their illnesses, there were only 53 passengers still alive. When the worst of the weather had passed, the colonists constructed homes and a fort. They armed their fort with 6 iron cannons. The first Thanksgiving. After the devastating long winter, the 53 surviving pilgrims held a harvest festival. They were joined by Massasoit, the leader of the Wampanoag tribe, and 90 of his men. The winter had been so deadly that only 4 of the original 18 colonist women were left alive. The 3-day-long celebration included a feast of turkey, fish, and deer. William Bradford. William Bradford served as a leader of the Plymouth colony for many years. Born in Yorkshire, England, he traveled with the Pilgrims to the Netherlands and then to New England in search of religious freedom. When the Mayflower first arrived in the New World, William Bradford was among those who volunteered to explore the area. He was chosen to be governor in April of 1621 after Governor Carver collapsed while working in the fields. During his time as governor, William Bradford made changes to the organization of Plymouth Colony's government. For instance, he established a governor's council. The council consisted of a group of magistrates who were able to advise the governor and vote on government matters. William Bradford is also famous for his detailed history of Plymouth Colony, known as Of Plymouth Plantation. Bradford's journal detailed the colony's achievements and challenges. He was very religious and often drew parallels between everyday life and teachings in the Bible. Caption: Signing the Mayflower Compact. Caption: William Bradford.